Hey guys, this is Jason. You're watching Ray of Light Tarot. This is the Libra reading, Libra Soulmate reading for the remainder of January 2020. And I have a couple more to do still. I've got two more still to do. So we'll have Sag and Scorpio and Sag up in the next little bit. So this is going to be for Libra for the remainder of January. Hello, nice to see you guys. I am going to be on to do mini readings at 9:30 tonight because I have, I think, two people who were not able to get their readings the other night. So if you want to get on the list for a mini reading tonight, you can send a Cash App or PayPal, and it's $20. Hey guys, yeah, this is the Libra reading for the rest of January, and then we're going to be starting February's in about 2 days. So hope everybody's doing well. I have a couple people I'm working on. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. I have a couple people I'm working on Map of Destiny readings for. Those are also on special for $90 for the next couple of days still, if you book them through Cash App. Okay, Cash App is where the special is. So let's see what's going on with Libra. Let's see what's up with Libra. Universe, thank you, Source, thank you, Spirit, thank you, Angels, Archangel, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, thank you for allowing me to connect today. Libra, your soulmate for those who are most to me, feeling guides at this time. Thank you, Archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. I'm using the Arcanum deck and the Morgan Greer deck for clarifiers. If I need, I usually don't do clarifiers when I pull for the general readings because we don't need to clarify, it's general. But if for some reason I do pull a clarifier, I'll pull it from Morgan Greer today. And this is the Arcanum for the major part of the reading. So Libra, I'm going to pull for your soulmate first. What I'm feeling for Libra is a lot of what's going on with Libras that I've been feeling a lot today is it's kind of like when a baby starts to cut teeth, when a baby is teething, it's a important aspect of growth. It's an important part of the growth process, but it's also a very painful thing that a child goes through. And so there's a lot of that going on for people that have strong Libra placements. It's an energy of, yes, a lot of growth happening, but it's a painful growth. It's not a growth that maybe feels good or is something that really is, it's not an expansive growth that feels good. It's more of a growing pain and sort of that stretching you. And so, it's growth nonetheless, even if it doesn't feel expansive and vast, it's still growth and it's still important. In fact, it may even be more important than those times of excess or expansion, these times when you're struggling, but you're growing in ways that are really stretching you. So for those of you that are going through that type of stuff, it's all ascension, but it's also, it's just in the most basic sense, it's what you came here to do. And so for you, the personal lessons that you're learning and the growth that you're going through, just try to embrace that process and make the best of it. Okay? Anyway, yeah, let's get started with the reading. Show me the soulmate of Libra for January, remainder of January 2020, for those most in need of guidance at this time. And what's the overall energy for them? Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of newness coming from this, okay? So the overall energy for your soulmate Libra is the Three of Pentacles. And yeah, somebody just said in the chat, it seems like everything is falling apart. It can feel that way when you're going through this type of growth, as opposed to that, like I said, that expansive feeling of growth. It can feel kind of like things are falling apart. And maybe they are, to a certain extent, falling apart to come back together. That's really a part of this process. Your soulmate's going through this too in maybe a little bit of a different way with the Three of Pentacles. This definitely is an energy of growth. Also, it's an energy of sort of building on something. To me, when I see the Three of Pentacles, it's representative of building on a foundation. It can be like sort of, if you're thinking of a couple buying a new home or building a new home, or someone starting a new business, it's work, right? You're putting in work. And sometimes it doesn't feel, it's like breaking ground. Like I said, like with a baby that's sort of cutting teeth and breaking ground, it's not always the easiest type of growth. Your soulmate's got the Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Chariot. And then as we come toward the last couple days of the month, you've got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Emperor. So it's definitely going to be more of an empowered energy for your soulmate as we come toward the end of January. I mean, we are at the end of January, but we're really just reading for the next week. And as you look where they are now and toward the end, it's going to be a little bit of a shift coming out of this sort of blocked energy and not making a decision about something. And really then the forward movement starts. The Chariot is saying to me that they're trying to get this sort of forward energy moving and going, and something's kind of making the wheels turn a little slowly. So be patient with yourself, be patient with this soulmate. If you guys are in communication and in a relationship, this person's going to be coming into a lot of empowered energy here in the next couple of days. So just be really, aware of that and try to mirror that. The more you can mirror that. Thank you, Boss Mama, for the love donation. I appreciate it. The more you can mirror that energy, the better, right? Also, with the Chariot here for them, I think you need to understand, like I said, the Chariot's here, and the Chariot can sometimes represent, a lot of forward movement, but it can also represent the wheels turning or the wheels not turning and not getting anywhere. So that's what it feels like to me, especially coming out next to the Two of Swords. It's a lot of energy that's being expended, but not a lot of forward movement. Okay, it's an energy that's being expended without a lot of results. Okay, but that's going to change here as we move toward like the 30th of January. That's when it feels like this picks up, especially with this Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. There's a newness coming in, and that Emperor energy says somebody's going to feel much more empowered and in charge of their life and able to make better decisions. There's still that energy of it's resistance, and I don't know if it's coming from you, them, both of you, or where it's really coming from, but there is a resistance here. It goes back to this Two of Swords energy. It's interesting. The Queen of Cups came out, and then the Two of Swords really quick. I feel like some people had a really good start to the year, and then they really hit a brick wall. And yeah, a lot of it may have come with that Cancer full moon. The thing about the Cancer full moon is, it can affect you in just like any type of astrological or celestial thing, happenings. It can affect you in a really big way, positively or negatively. And for some people, this feels like it's representative of like around the time of that Cancer full moon, there was some really harsh emotional energy that brought some of these people into a place where they may have done some self-sabotaging behaviors or actions that really sort of cut off the ability to move forward in the way that they wanted to. So that's where your soulmate's at. But don't worry, if someone is struggling, they're coming into a much better energy, and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel a lot more, like I said, more empowering and more in charge of their own life as you get toward the end of January. So like maybe this time next week. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. Let's see what's going on with you, Libra, in this situation. And this could have been for you. It feels a lot like your energy to me too. So if it flips for some of you, that's fine too. It can happen that way. So just be aware of that, okay? Yeah, I'm going to come on at about 9:30. So if you want to get on the list for mini reading, like if this resonates for you and you want to ask a specific question and get on the mini reading list, it is a $20 love donation. And that's for Libra overriding energy. Thank you. Okay, so Libra, you're really, I get that you're not feeling it right now, a lot of you, but you're really on the cusp of some good things, and it's important that you have to have the right attitude and the right perspective to allow those things to come in, okay? Cash App, if you're in the United States, it's Cash App, it's $RayofLightTarot, $RayofLightTarot, all one word. So if you're going through these things, guys, look what's going on. Like, the cards that came out do sort of reflect some resistance. You've got the Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, but look what you've got as your overall energies and your outcome cards. You've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. So what I really want you to focus on, Libra, is what you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to bring into your life at this time, and how you can really affect that with your attitude and your perspective. So much of this depends on that. you've got all of this conflict energy, this conflicted energy, and this is communication that's not good. This could be no communication, or it could be really bad and not healthy communication with someone. It feels like there's just an energy of like, so this is almost like waiting for someone else to do the work, whether it's in a relationship, or this can also be like in a business setting or in a familial relationship, just kind of like saying, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do anything. You do this. You go and do your job, and then I'll do my job. Well, you can't really take that attitude with people, because if somebody's not doing their job or putting in their part or their share of the work in something, that's on them, right? That's on them, and they have to own that. But you've got to own that you're still doing your part and putting in your share of the work and your effort to bring things about that need to come in. This is not going to help anybody else or hurt anybody else but you. You standing there watching them, waiting to see what they're going to do, it's not going to help you clear out any of this stuff from the past that's trying to be healed. This is a healing energy here. Even though it feels like conflict, it's actually conflict that's leading to healing. And I know there's a lot of exhaustion and a lot of people feeling like they're done. They don't want to put the effort in anymore, but there's kids involved here, especially, and there's impressionable ages here. There's also an energy for you that you are the person here that's sort of the reliable energy. Even though you're an air sign, Libra, you're coming out as the Queen of Pentacles, and that's earth energy that's very, that needs to be, right now is being called to be very stable, very, reliable, and very much the practical side of things. So exhausted, tired or not, you've got to put in the effort here, if not for anyone else, for yourself. But there's definitely kids involved in this. And you're right at the, guys, it's sometimes right when things get really difficult, it's about to shift. The energy's about to change. You just have to hang in there a minute. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune here. You've got the Ten of Cups. There's big changes right here on the horizon. And you've also got the Knight of Pentacles. This is the soulmate's energy moving towards you. It's just happening really slowly. Okay, things are moving at a snail's pace right now. So it's like not the tortoise in the hare, it's the snail in the hare. And snails move slower than tortoises, right? They don't even have legs. So if you think about that energy, why is that happening? When things slow down and you're saying, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to, and the feeling for me is really someone waiting to see someone, like waiting for somebody else to do the work. Like, I've done my part, I'm waiting for them to do. No, that is not how life works, guys. I mean, yeah, as children, we can wait for mommy and daddy to do the work, but that's not how life works. And I don't care what your soulmate's doing. You've got to get off your butt and do what you're supposed to be doing, because this is happening for a reason. Things in your life right here, this conflict has come in and things slowed down so that you could get things straightened out. There's healing here that has to take place. And if you don't deal with those Four Pentacles that are crowding up your lap and your hands, if you don't deal with those things, you're never going to have what you want. You can't, this Wheel of Fortune's not going to turn in your favor, and you're not going to get to your Ten of Cups or anything else that's in your future, whatever the Knight of Pentacles represents, if that represents your love interest, or even if that represents you going after your abundance, financially speaking, whatever that is, you're not going to get to that if you're being lazy and procrastinating, Ingrid. That's not going to happen. So you've got to take this, whatever this is for you, how you're feeling is fine. But, you don't even have to behave how you're feeling. You have to acknowledge what this means. And this means that there's things that you have to heal, things that have to be dealt with right here. They're in your hands and they need to be dealt with and healed, right, in order for the future to move in. And this message says the future is right here and it's really bright. But somebody's got a stumbling block in the way, and you can't get to this until you remove the stumbling block. And nobody else is going to come in and remove it for you. You have to remove it yourself. Okay, you've got to remove it yourself. So just remember that, guys. Nobody's coming in to fix this for you. You have to do this yourself. And it's not even that it requires work. It requires a willingness. And the willingness is so important. So just be aware of that. That's really a strong energy here. So let them tell it. It's important. Okay, it's really important. All right. Let me see. Let's get you some guidance from the Archangels of Atlantis. Let's see what the Archangels of Atlantis have to say for you. So sorry. So sorry to disappoint. The knight in shining armor is not showing up this week, at least. So you never know. Tune in next time. So until then, somebody better be their own knight in shining armor out there. Okay? All right. What guidance does Libra and their soulmate most need? And from what angel do they need healing to come in? There it is. Okay. Okay, so a couple cards are coming out here. This one is, you've got a couple things that I know were definitely meant for you. You've got the energy of Archangel Raphael and the cleansing energy. That's where you're at right now. Undoubtedly, there's this need. And this Raphael really tends to your heart chakra, that green heart chakra energy. This is an energy of cleansing your heart chakra. There's some dustiness in there that needs to be cleaned out. So connect with Archangel Raphael, connect with Archangel Uriel, and the energy of trust needs to be brought back within you. There's not a lot of trust going on here, and trust is really the key to this whole situation, this whole spiritual growth path. And then you've also got Archangel Sandalphon and the energy of evolution. So Raphael cleansing, Uriel trust, and Archangel Sandalphon and the energy of evolution. Really important to bring those things about, okay? Right now. Okay? Hey, Christina. So that's what, hopefully this will help you guys. I know it's not the most exciting reading, but we'll be back with the February readings in like a week. So, I mean, it'll be February in like a week. I'm going to start the February readings in like 2 days. So it's almost there. Anyway, that's it, guys, for your 1 week Libra reading. If you want to get on the list for the mini reads, it is a $20 love donation. And I will see you guys later. Have a good night.